Good morning. This is section 4.3, solving two-step equations. So in sections 1 and 2 of this chapter, we did solving one-step equations using multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. This can be found on page 140. We are going to do example 1 here, solving two-step equations. Our goal is to get x, the variable in this particular case, isolated. We start furthest away and move everything to the opposite side of what I refer to as the wall, or the opposite side of the equation. In this particular case, we're going to start furthest away from the x, which is the 5. Now the 2 is on the other side of the wall. We're going to leave him there. We're not going to do anything as far as moving him. We're moving all the coefficients and numbers from the left side to the right side to get x by itself. So we're going to start by doing the opposite. It's plus 5, so we're going to subtract 5 from the left side. Whatever we do to the left side, we need to do to the right side as well. So we're subtracting 5 from both sides. We can do this based on the subtraction property of equality. All right, so these will cancel out. We're left with minus 3x. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So now we have this part of the equation. We need to isolate the x. Right now it is negative 3 times x. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 3. So negative 3 divided by 3, these will cancel out and we're left with just x. Negative 3 divided by 3, we can do this because of the division property of equality to both sides. And negative 3 divided by negative 3 will be a positive 1. All right, we have a couple try it problems here. So let's go ahead. We have 2x plus 12 equals 4. We're going to isolate the x on the left-hand side, the variable. We're going to move everything on this side over to the opposite side. We're going to start with the 12 because it's furthest away from the x. It's addition, so the opposite of addition is subtraction. We're going to subtract 12 from both sides. We're left with 2x. The 12s will cancel out. 4 minus 12 is going to be negative 8. Now we have 2x equals negative 8. To isolate the x, we have to do the opposite. It is 2 times x, so we're going to do division. Divide both sides by 2, divide by 2. The 2's will cancel out. We're left with x. Negative 8 divided by 2 is going to be negative 4. Now you can check your solution by plugging it back into the original equation. We will do that later for the sake of time. Negative 5c plus 9 equals negative 16. The variable c is on the left-hand side. We want to move all the numbers, whether it's a constant or a coefficient, to the opposite side. We're going to start furthest away from c and work our way to c by moving the 9. It is addition right now, so the opposite of addition is subtracting 9. And we need to do that for both sides based on the subtraction property of equality. The 9's will cancel out. You're left with negative 5c. Negative 16 minus 9 becomes more negative. You're going to become negative 25. We have negative 5 times c equals negative 25. The opposite of multiplication is division. So therefore, we need to divide both sides by negative 5. A negative 5 divided by negative 5 is just going to be c. Negative 25 divided by negative 5, a negative divided by negative will be positive, and in this case, positive 5. We have another try it problem, but this time the x is on the right-hand side. This is perfectly fine. All we need to do is leave the x on the right-hand side and move the other terms to the left-hand side. Right now it's 3x minus 12. Instead of subtracting 12, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to add 12 to both sides. The 12s will cancel out on the right-hand side, and we're left with 3x on the right-hand side. 9 plus 12 is going to be 21. Now, this is 3 times x, so we need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. We're going to divide both sides by 3. The 3's will cancel out, and we're left with x. 21 divided by 3 is 7. We're going to take a minute to verify that 7 is the solution for x. We have 9 equals 3 times 7 minus 12. This is the original problem that we had, but instead of putting x, I substituted it with 7. So 9 equals 3 times 7 is 21 minus 12. 21 minus 12 is 9. 9 equals 9. This is true. So this is a solution. Continuing on, we have example 2, solving two-step problems. This involves rational numbers. Okay, so we have x over 8, or divided by 8, minus 1/2 equals negative 7/2. So in this case, we're going to isolate the x, leave it on the left-hand side, and move all the numbers to the right-hand side. We're going to start first by, instead of subtracting 1/2, we're going to do the opposite by adding 1/2. Whatever you do to the left, you got to do to the right. We can do this based on the addition property of equality. So negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6 over 2, or negative 6/2. Negative 6/2 is really negative 3, just shown here down below. Okay, so we're left the negative 1/2 plus 1/2 on the left side. Those will cancel out. X over 8 to get its division. So the opposite of division is multiplication. We're going to multiply both sides by 8. The 8's will cancel out. You're left with x on the left-hand side. And negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. So in this particular problem, we did the addition property of equality to both sides when we added the 1/2. And then we did the multiplication property of equality when we multiplied both sides by 8. Now we've isolated the solution, and it is negative 24. We have some try it exercises. We're going to isolate the variable m on the left-hand side by moving the 6 first. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides of the equation. The 6's will cancel out on the left side, and we're left with m over 2, or m divided by 2. 10 minus 6 is 4. This is division. The opposite of division is multiplication. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. The 2's will cancel out on the left side, and we're left with m. And 4 times 2 is 8. Going to problem number 5. We have negative z over 3 plus 5 equals 9. Now, it doesn't matter whether the negative is in the numerator or the denominator. In the next line, I'm going to move it down to the denominator just to make it with the number 3. It makes it just a tad easier. We're going to subtract the 5 first because it's furthest away from the z. Subtracting 5 is the opposite of adding 5. So these will cancel out. 9 minus 5 is 4. This is going to be z over negative 3. Because this is division, we're going to multiply both sides by negative 3. negative 3. One's in the numerator, one's in the denominator. They will cancel out. You're left with z. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Continuing on, we have 2/5 plus 4a equals negative 6/5. The a is on the left side. We're going to isolate it, but first we're going to move the furthest things first. We're going to subtract 2/5 from both sides. What's nice here is that the denominators match. So we don't have to find the common denominator. Negative 6 minus 2 is minus 8/5. We become more negative. These will cancel out. You're left with 4a. To isolate the a, we're going to divide both sides by 4, which is the same as multiplying by 1/4, the reciprocal. Remember, we can multiply by the reciprocal rather than divide. So this becomes negative 8 over 20. And that can be simplified. A can be negative 2/5. Negative 2/5. 4 goes into 8 twice, and 4 goes into 25 times. So that gets simplified. All right, moving on. We have example number 3 here. 3y minus 8y equals 25. We have like terms. We can combine the like terms to negative 5y. So now we have negative 5y equals 25. It's negative 5 times y. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide each side by negative 5. The 5s will cancel out on the left side, and you're left with y. 25 divided by negative 5 is a negative 5. Let's do the same over here. Now, over here, we have two constants, but one variable. So we need to combine the constants. 4 plus 3 is 7. So that's negative 2y plus 7 equals negative 9. Now we're going to isolate the y by combining like terms. We've combined the like terms, but get rid of the 7 by subtracting it, the opposite. That leaves us with negative 2y because the 7s will cancel out. Negative 9 plus negative 7 is going to be negative 16. We're going to divide both sides by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. Y is going to equal a negative divided by negative is positive, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right, this one here, 7x minus 10x, is going to be minus 3x equals 15. The x terms are like terms, so that's why we can combine them. Negative 3 times x equals 15. The opposite of multiplication is division. We're dividing both sides by negative 3. The negative 3's will cancel out. You're left with x. 15 divided by negative 3 is negative 5. All right, we have 1.3m minus 2.1m. That's going to be a negative 0.8m. And this is negative 8. We're going to divide both sides by negative 0.8. Negative 0.8. The negatives will cancel out. The 0.8s will cancel out. You're left with m on the right-hand side. 8 divided by 0.8 is going to be 10. A negative divided by negative is positive. You can verify this by plugging in the original answer, solution into the original problem. So 1.3 times 10 minus 2.1 times 10. This is negative 8 equals 13 minus 21. 13 minus 21 is negative 8. This is a solution. All right. We have self-assessment problems here, but we're not going to have time. We will do them together in class.